Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as the Netherlands. Let us continue on from the last left off. We're at war in Indonesia, which, I mean, hasn't been going super well. I will be completely honest with you. Like, what I'm thinking of, maybe we just call in Germany, right? We call in Flanders, we don't actually have any units. We got German troops already in Indonesia, but they're not actually doing anything. So you know what? Yeah. Germany, we will call you to arms. Help me out over here, please, and thank you. That means these units can now actually do stuff. And I think that's important for us. You get killed off in a second. You actually need to make sure you don't die, because we actually kind of make sure the port stays open. We're going to have you on a last stand maneuver. Now that Germany's actually in the war, these units will fight against them. Will you get to this province in time? My gut says no. Like, when are you going to be there? You're going to be there in... Oh, you actually did get there in time. How? You know what? I'm very impressed. Let me just put it that way. Put you back on this line. We're going to have you go forward. Okay, we got these German units here as well. Could move our way up north. What do I do with you? I guess we maybe push up in this direction. Do you have a surrender limit? Yeah, the supply consumption is 20% and non-combat out of supply penalty. That's really going to hinder us in the short term here. Because it means basically if they don't have any, even if they're like completely encircled and stuff, they're still going to do pretty well for themselves. That won't apply to any volunteers that they get from, let's say, Japan or... Flanders have any stuff? Flanders actually has some steel. It won't apply to any volunteers they get from... No, Japan. They got some from the Bahari Commune as well. Get an encirclement here. Once you've encircled, I want you to push in like this. Like, even then, like, they still got nighttime encirclement penalties. Even encircled, they are still not taking a bunch of damage, which is a bit sad for us. I want you maybe actually counter attack here. You can probably maybe make a maneuver, assist this German unit in the south. Bring you over here. We're gonna have you move your way towards these two cities. They just don't want to die. Yeah, so we don't need to worry about the French ciphers here. You've almost been dealt with. Are you moving in? You are moving in. Okay, again, let's just keep on the assistance here. If we can get another encirclement, that would be nice. Botvia. Okay, that cannot collapse. So I need you to go to the city ASAP. We got a Venetian revolt. I don't think that matters too much for us personally. Okay, take another city off of you. You're now down to 26%. You're worth another 5. You got 1, 1, and 1. So I mean, like, very soon, they're not going to have any actual cities. You know, Blue Army, you can probably just reassign yourself over to purple. You should be okay. Japanese, I mean, actually, these are all volunteer troops over here. So it's definitely going to be a little bit more difficult to break them. We'll have you go up and around. You go to this city, you go to this city. Negative 40, 60% here. Can you guys not strategically redeploy? Probably, I guess not. Maybe that's just due to that might just be due to there's no real infrastructure in this area at all. Okay, you will last stand. Just make sure you don't lose Botvia. Very important that city remains in our control. A 2-1 here. Hey, instantly capitulated. Fantastic. Okay, we are going to give all of this, of course, to the Dutch East Indies. Submit those demands in, confirm and exit. And all of these troops, if I'm not mistaken, should be a part of... Yeah, you're all Dutch East Indies troops, so we can get rid of all of you. Let's go back to our puppets. And then you will join this army. Fantastic. So the war's over. Very happy to see that. What do we want to go for next? Again, I think even though we're going to be taking like a negative 10% stability off of this, we need to get rid of Black Monday. We need to get rid of Black Monday before the second victory begins. That's going to be very, very important. So I'm glad we won our war in Indonesia. It'll give the Japanese a little bit more of a difficult time when they eventually want to probably invade down south. Raising crime levels. As the recession continues, more and more unemployed Dutchmen are turning to crime as a last resort to support themselves and their family. The result is that the paramilitary Landschwach and the Red Front are getting a policing role in those areas where they reign supreme, and the police is unable to keep this trend in check. This in turn leads to growing sympathy among the population towards political movements behind these organizations. If we are to avoid membership for more extreme political ideologies growing, then we must stop this. Though that will probably not be a popular measure. Fuck it, man. We're already so low on stability. Well, what's a little bit more? 39. Do we have any like 30? We have 38 research. I will take that. I don't want to go for 39 tech quite yet. And I think Red Army. I'm gonna have you on the entirety of the lowlands. Germany, where's your army? Did you send your entire army to go deal with the war in Indonesia? Like I appreciate that. That might have been going. Look how many units are we gonna send to Indonesia. Like again, I appreciate it. But I think that's going a little bit too far. I will take another level of interception, please. What are we at? 9, 3, 14. Keep more military factories for now. Thank you very much. Can't do you quite yet. And how are you doing? I mean, you don't want to unite with us whatsoever. Remove succession crisis. I mean, if I was, playing this country, getting rid of succession crisis probably would have been my first choice. But what do I know? What do I know? Apparently nothing. Okay, we've got trucks now. And that is important because we literally don't have any of them. So let's just produce just one truck now is fine. Like, it's not super crazy, but... So you're 1 year to be completed. 1 year. Could go excavation. You know what? Yeah, give me excavation too. It's not the fanciest thing, but it still works out for us. So you guys are going to basically push away towards Perry. What do you guys have? Organization reinforcement rate. I mean, both of those are quite nice. But I think I want to save what you have for something a little bit more impressive. 364, 233. 233 is not that bad. I will take it. We'll then go to cut employee red tape. So give us a civilian factory. Landschwach breaks strike. Landschwach has broken a local strike today, resulting in an excellent photo opportunity with the company's employers stemming from the Landschwach, and by extension the VNHs. Willingness to act where the government didn't want to. Some are calling for a response against his action, saying the strike was justified, and the government didn't put it down for a reason, and the Landschwach had no right to do so in the government's place. Look, man, give me another point here. How long until... Well, again, it's funny, because once Brawling the Streets is done, we actually lose stability. I don't know why. I feel like that should be the opposite, but what do I know? Okay, so Russia's now invading their way into Central Asia. Everybody's getting up on the Princely Federation. I mean, that's fine. Like, India doesn't matter so much. Of course, we would prefer a Dominion of India victory. Just because, again, they're in the Entente. The Entente is anti-international, and that benefits us. Do we want... yeah, give me this as well. Why not? While we're here. I mean, a Princely Federation winning can theoretically benefit us, because the Princely Federation can align themselves with the Reichspakt. But it's, I've never seen it happen. They can also align themselves with Russia. I've never seen that happen either. It's always either, if they ever unify, which also by itself doesn't happen that often, they normally align themselves up with the Japanese. I think that's due to the fact that Japan can offer an alliance to India instead of relying on India to offer an alliance to Germany or Russia. Which makes sense. High command. I mean, none of you really are actually that good for us. I mean, submarine genius could prove useful. cavalry attack. I mean, entrenchment speed. No, like none of you are actually that good. Are we still at negative convoys, by the way? Yeah, we've used -11. Again, I have no idea how the hell that works. Okay, cut employers red tape. We will now do unemployment reduced, 2 more civilian factories. We are at -20% stability. But hey, look at it this way. Once we get rid of Black Monday, we will be at a nice, cozy 0%. Okay, Jamal the Shamir have won their war. They should align themselves to the Ottoman Empire. And again, we want the Ottomans to win their conflict with Egypt and Iran. Because the Ottomans can actually join our faction. Presumably. Can this, yeah, reinforce ties to Berlin, embargo the Internationale. The Baku Conference. I'm assuming that brings them into our faction. And that would be nice. Again, the Ottoman Empire creating a strong front against southern Russia and the Caucasus could prove useful. Georgia is pro-German. Azerbaijan, they're in Middle Europa, so I'm assuming they're also going to be pro-German. We have some allies in the region, and that's quite nice. So mobile defense, thank you very much. Excavation. How long are you now? 331. We've saved ourselves 34 days. Is there anything else you want to research, though? We don't even have tanks researched. Yeah, let's probably do... I think we're going to go heavy tanks. If you get, like, maybe 1, 2 heavy tank divisions, I'd be pretty happy with that. So we'll try to get that done. How many guns do we have in storage right now? Only 4.7 thousand. We could get a few more divisions up. Our manpower is quite low. Limited conscription. We get 10% bonus due to homeland defense. For right now, just give me 3 infantry divisions. Get us up to 25. No, get me up to 26. And then we'll probably save those 2 last slots for tank divisions. Because right now, are we getting this based on our factories or based on... Base value 18.8, core population owned states, default +5. I'm assuming this is mostly based on our factories. Because the Netherlands is not a very, very big country. Still got all of this stuff to do as well. What do I need for you? We need to get rid of brawling on the streets. You know, the Netherlands have one of the more difficult Black Monday events to deal with. Which is fine. Black Monday effects. Like, we're still suffering from Black Monday worse than the Germans are. It is always kind of interesting, Kaiserreich, how, you know, something like Black Monday affects each country differently, but the variety and the range of that penalty is severe. Because it's the countries that have been updated more recently have harsher penalties. Hey, we got a new princess. And the countries that have more legacy content that have been updated in a few years, typically the penalties there are not as bad. So Germany, I think, has probably one of the least bad Black Mondays, just because they can deal with it pretty quickly. Because the German Empire has not been updated in many, many, many years. You know what? I'm gonna throw one more on tanks. We have a submarine expert, so we should be building submarines. Don't edit them. Just build me a submarine. Yeah, and you guys will be completed soon. Kingdom of Spain, we actually killed CNT. I am very proud of you for that fact. I do want more military factories, though. Build them here and here. And you know what? Let's send a bicycle division into Spain. There you go. Have fun with that. Bueno Aires is collapsed. So we do have probably a socialist victory in southern South America. I mean, that's kind of okay. Brazil's social democratic. I don't really remember. I didn't know actually Chile had the Galapagos Islands. I thought it was Ecuador. Anyways, give me more stability here. It's like negative 25% factory output. No wonder we don't have that many guns. We will go up to partial mobilization. Thank you very much. Our bicycle division. Where do I want to send you? Probably just wherever you can get the most maneuverability. Because I don't think you have that many units, right? 16. You might outnumber us. It's a little sad. But I do think that at least right now, this is going to be a good time for us to end this episode for today. So thanks for watching. I say, if you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoying, you can leave a thumb down. If you hated it, I guess you could leave. And goodbye.